Get ready for an invasion of sand and horsepower today on At Your Leisure, because we're taking you to one of the biggest UTV events in the world. I'm Ria Rossi Booth.
And I'm Chad Booth. The sand dunes are extensive, the machines are powerful, and the excitement is not to be missed. After that, Zack will take us from the urban landscape to one a bit slower paced and more fun for our travel adventure.
And Reece takes us back to the Old West. Own the outdoors with AYL, starting now. Hey, check out those bad boys, huh?
Well, yeah, I want to check it out, but he's got to get out of the driver's seat first.
Yeah, we're going to.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Chad Booth.
And I'm Ria Rossi Booth, and we're out here at the St. Anthony UTV Invasion in St. Anthony, Idaho, and what a spectacle.
Yeah, we are at the sand dunes out here, which is a big BLM recreation area, and we've just got stuff happening all around us. We've got all kinds of UTVs. We're here with our friends from ADSSS, and doesn't matter whether you're a Can-Am guy or a Polaris guy, ADSSS can take you down either path you want to go.
Yeah.
They're sponsors of this event.
They are every year, and boy, you know what? They stay and they play. I love seeing them out here.
That's true. We're going to commandeer one of these and take off for a ride, but right now, it's time for us to find out a little bit about the UTV Invasion.
So we're here up at St. Anthony Sand Dunes at the UTV Invasion, one of the bigger side-by-side gatherings in the western United States. It's just a great time for everybody to come, meet new people, meet new vendors. There's some competitions they have going on, teeter-totter, fun stuff, lots of food, a lot of good family time, tons of camping. Us as a dealer, we come out and we offer kind of rider support. So if you burn a belt or break an axle, we have parts in the trailer, we have techs on site, we can hook up to the computer, and we have clothing and fun stuff just to buy while you're here.
There's definitely some very cool builds with the Razors and Mavericks going around. It's definitely a unique event because it's strictly just side-by-sides. Everybody comes out, everybody puts in a helping hand to make sure everybody gets taken care of and looks out for everybody. You meet everyone from every walk of life. You get out there and it's just kind of like a sense of freedom, and to some points you kind of do feel a little invincible in the machine, but you kind of get those little moments that scare you that make you step back and like, okay, I need to tone it down a little.
What we like the most is having the really good family time. We've got a machine where we can fit all three of us. We go out, we sit together, we talk, and just have fun together, where most of the time it's just work, work, work. At least we have a little bit of time to go out and hang out together.
Come out and just enjoy the crowds, enjoy the good food, and have a good time.
Woo!
She's a nervous wreck.
I need to be driving this thing.
It's a control thing, honestly.
Oh my gosh, this Can-Am Maverick is way too much fun.
I'll tell you what, our friends at ADSSS have really, I mean, we didn't even really have to hijack it too hard.
Yeah, we didn't.
He gave it up without a gun. It was good. Anyway, we're going to have a lot more fun with the machines. We've got more to tell you about the dunes themselves. There are a lot of things that you may not know other than just the St. Anthony Dunes. Right now, it's time for us to go to our travel adventure.
Thanks, Chad and Ria. You know, a lot of us live in pretty urban places like this, but life is pretty fast-paced, and it can be kind of hard to find a quiet moment every now and then. It's funny how often we find ourselves trying to escape concrete jungles like these to, I don't know, find a moment of tranquility, if you will. That's exactly what I want to talk about in our travel adventure today. The rural landscape of Utah is incredible, and sometimes visiting these small towns is the perfect way to access big adventure and a more thrilling existence. Let's check it out.
Decades ago, traveling across the state was a very different proposition than it is today. Roads were smaller, speed slower, and stops more frequent. Mining towns thrived, and historical oddities made family trips an experience worth remembering. As the interstate system really started humming, towns that once flourished along old highways started to die off. But luckily, they didn't all disappear, and now in the 21st century, we have the chance to discover, learn, and explore, just as our grandparents did in the 40s and 50s. An hour south of Salt Lake City is one town that felt the impacts of economic change. but since has created its own renaissance that stretches from Main Street to the nearby OHV trails. It's the city of Eureka. And while it doesn't look like much, the impact from this little ore hub can still be felt today.
It's just such an amazing history here. You have a letter that was dated 1947 that shows the amount of mineral that was extracted from here between 1869 and 1947 when they wrote the letter. In 2010, I did some research on it and valued out those metals. At the time, it came to just $10 billion.
While that type of cash doesn't pour out of Eureka anymore, their ATV trail system offers payouts of a different variety. Over the past few years, new paths have been created linking with historic mining routes and overlooks you wouldn't expect to find out here along the western end of Highway 6. Eureka's just the first stop on our way south, though. Highway 89 acted as the main transportation route across Utah from the early days of the automobile. Towns like Junction were hot spots during that time, right up until modern progress bypassed them altogether.
When I-70 went in, it made a new main artery from California to Denver, and there was an old gas station out here south of town that was quite busy back in them days, and then when the I-70 came in, then it was just more or less local people, and so it closed down.
That wasn't the end for this small town, though. Much like Eureka, Junction has found new life in the opportunities that exist for tourism and exploration. The old courthouse has become an inn, acting as base camp for family reunions and community gatherings, while the Fish Lake National Forest to the west offers an escape for anyone in need of a bit of decompression.
We've not only got some of the greatest ATV trails going and most beautiful sites, and they're not that busy. You know, you don't go every 200 or 300 yards and have to pull off to let another and go by. You're not traveling in this much powdered dirt. You know, beautiful trails. And then if you're not an ATVer and you want to either hike with a backpack or get on a horse and go for a ride, we've still got trails that are designated for that the ATVs aren't allowed on.
You can't judge your adventure by the size of the town. Now, as far as size go, Blanding, Utah is the largest of our stops for today, with a booming population of just over 3,000. Now, unlike Eureka and Junction, Blanding has always known its location made it something pretty special.
Blanding has a long history of valuing tourists. We like tourists to come, friendly people. It's a beautiful spot, and people that will take the time kind of to get past some of the the idiosyncrasies of a small little dry Mormon town will find that it's got a lot of character and a lot of history. All the way from Dead Horse Point on the north end of the county down to the Navajo Mountain, it's just the most rugged section of canyon that you'll ever find, the Colorado River and the mesas and really spectacular scenery.
We drive by or even through some of these rural towns and never take the time to find out what they have to offer. We could have stopped today in any number of spots from Antimony to Thatcher and found similar stories and incredible outdoor opportunities. All you have to do is take the time to ask some questions and maybe search for something new.
Towns like Blanding, Junction, and Eureka are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to all of the hidden gems along Utah's back roads. Still, it can be worth hitting the road and taking the time to visit these small towns and have an adventure all on your own, which is exactly what I'm about to do, and I think I should get out of here soon because traffic's going to be pretty bad heading out of downtown. Well, I'm Zack Cipriano. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, more at your leisure. Don't go anywhere.
Life starts where the blacktop ends. If the power of an engine makes your heart race, don't settle for anything less than Polaris RZR, the ultimate off-road vehicle. With unequaled power, unrivaled suspension, and unmatched agility, all perfectly combined to help you chase down what matters most. Polaris RZR, we fuel your freedom.
A turnout on an old backcountry road, a boulder field in the outcountry. Doesn't really mean much, it's not really remarkable unless you're camping there with your kids. I am so glad that when my daughters were young, we made the choice to get an RV because we were able to discover together snakes and fish and butterflies and all kinds of things like that. Make those dreams with your young family at Ray City RV, Utah's low-price RV dealer on Riverdale Road in Roy.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. I'm Jordan Wayman, and for this week's product review, we're gonna do the Honda Pioneer 500 50-incher. So you can go on any trail in the country and nothing's gonna stop you. So let's take it out and I'll prove it. This handles so well, like it's so quick and responsive. And the other cool thing is these paddle shifters are so much fun to shift with. It's way better than having it in automatic and it doing the shifting for you. Way better. One of the cool things about the Honda Pioneer is there's so many accessories you can add for whatever comfort you need. For example, it comes with the 24-inch tire. These are 27s. You're able to put 27s on it. The shocks that come standard with this are great, but you can also have the capability to upgrade to a Walker Evans shock, which is really beefy. And it's already pre-wired for a winch. And the cool thing is this bumper comes standard with the machine. It's ready to go. Add your winch, so if you find someone stuck in the mud, you'll be able to pull them out. As you can see in the back here, we have a dual A-arm coilover suspension. This is the standard shock here. Also, it has your receiver hitch ready to tow. This thing can tow up to 1,000 pounds. Another cool feature is you can get these things street legal. You can get plates for them and all your lights, mirrors. So you can go on or off-road with this machine. Now up here, you can see we have a very large cargo box. The cool thing is the reason why is we have our racks right here, and the rack on the bottom here makes it very easy to put any accessories on here, from cargo racks to cargo boxes to anything that you need for hunting or traveling or whatever you need. It's got a quick release, just like this. You pull these levers, you can get everything on and off. Very simple, very easy to use. So in the front of this thing, I'll open up my little Playmate plastic door to protect my shins. I'm not a big fan of these, but what I am a big fan of is the way this thing drives. This has two ways you can drive it. You can put it in automatic and drive and it'll shift for you, or you can switch it to manual and use your paddle shifters to change your gears, and you can do that for whatever your terrain needs are. The 500 also has a parking brake and it holds really good. You can add so much to this machine. To do that, go down to Stedman's Recreation in Tooele right off of Main Street. They'll get you set up with all the accessories you need. That's been this week's product review. I'm Jordan Wayman. We'll be back with more At Your Leisure right after this.
Look south to adventure. Look south to beauty. Look south to San Juan County. Out here, the road goes on forever, and what you'll find will change how you see the world. Climb on your OHV and discover forgotten landscapes and vistas that challenge the imagination. From Blanding and Monticello to the cliff faces of Monument Valley, we're open and ready for you to explore. San Juan County, Utah's Canyon Country.
The 9 to 5 here is 5 to 9. We earn our scars. We wear our work ethic. We work until the work's done. And when it is, there's a family to raise, a neighbor to check on, a country to feed. A few hours of shut-eye to rest up for tomorrow, the day will finally get something done.
There's a little place on a Utah map where I was raised, where my heart's at, where the sagebrush grows wild and high, and the stars come out at night. Oh, there ain't nothing like being raised in the basin with a Ute reservation, skiing starvation, that Duchesne County life.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We are at the UTV Invasion. You can see the invasion is well underway.
This is my kind of invasion.
That's right. The Can-Am is one of the vendors here, and they're actually letting people go out and take rides on their new Maverick X3s. They have a whole bunch of them, 2-seaters, 4-seaters, and they take you out and they let you experience what these machines are like on the dunes. There are a lot more to discover. They've got concerts going on up here during the day, a lot of fun stuff. But this only happens 1 week a year.
Yeah, I know. That's why you got to get your reservations ahead of time or you'll never get a campsite.
However, the dunes are here 365 days a year.
St. Anthony Sand Dunes actually represent one of the largest complexes and the biggest dunes in the continental United States. We've been riding in a lot of areas, we've ridden at all the areas in the country, and most people that come to St. Anthony, they all will agree that these are the biggest sand dunes in the country to ride in. So they're definitely the tallest in stature, and we have a huge riding area that's equivalent to anywhere else in the country.
Every single time I get out there, it's just a unique experience. Flying in the air, you get the butterflies in your stomach, thrill of the horsepower. It's a very unique kind of terrain, totally different than dirt. Allows you to carve your own lines and, basically blaze your own trail where you couldn't do that in dirt. The hills are just amazing. They move, the sand dunes have a life of their own.
And that's one of the biggest draws to the sand dunes is you're making your own trail, you're making your own path. So you do need to be careful because there is no designated path in the dunes, but that's part of the fun of it. You're really making it up as you go. And Idaho Dunes RV is a destination-based campground specifically designed to accommodate the sand duners that are here to visit the St. Anthony Sand Dunes. We're 50 acres. We have 56 hookups campsites and about 35 acres of dry camping available to accommodate guests that are interested in dry camping.
We own the road that goes to the dunes, and it's the only dirt road like this with direct access to the dunes. All the other places have paved roads. There's no question, you will forget about your regular life when you're out there in those sand dunes. It's a great escape. It's fun. You meet people. It's like a big family out here.
These dunes are absolutely beautiful. There's just so much to explore out there. I really want to get out there again.
Yeah, one of my first trips out here as an adult was with Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Ray Butts and a crew came up here to go dirt biking. I tagged along with him.
Is that when they thrashed your camera lens?
Oh, they don't even know about that. Be quiet, be quiet. Anyway, they're proud sponsors, and we're proud to be associated with them of our Trailhead Adventures. They help us bring these interesting stories of the trail to you each week. Here's Reece Stein.
I'm Reece Stein, at your leisure at Fort Robinson, Nebraska, an important military base from the Indian Wars in the 1800s through World War II. Today, it's one of western Nebraska's top tourist draws, and it's easy to see why.
The Army established Fort Robinson in 1874 to keep tabs on 13,000 Lakota Sioux gathered at the nearby Red Cloud Agency, the forerunner to the Indians' reservation system. Many buildings dating from that first year have been restored and survive today, including these original pine log barracks and the first officers' row, adobe buildings that have been refurbished as guest houses for modern-day visitors. Fort Robinson served the U.S. cavalry into World War II, hosted 3,000 German POWs, including 500 veterans of Rommel's Afrika Korps. In 1972, the Army began training some 5,000 Guard, Scout, Messenger, and sled dogs at its Canine Training Center. But it is horses and the cavalry that rule here. Mounted troops, including Black Buffalo soldiers, waged a 15-year war against the Sioux. In 1877, Chief Crazy Horse, the victor over Custer at the Battle of Little Bighorn, surrendered his band here. But soldiers bayoneted Crazy Horse, and he died on this spot. The cavalry bred, raised, and broke thousands of horses in these historic stables and treated the sick and injured animals in a state-of-the-art veterinary hospital. Visitor Ron Hodges has a personal connection here through an uncle.
He was a veterinarian, and during World War II, he actually was stationed here for a while because this was the last cavalry post that used actual horses, and at the beginning of the war, they used those horses.
Ron is here as part of a huge family reunion.
We have a total of about 160 in the family, but there's over 100 of us here today. We come every 3 years.
Fort Robinson is now a Nebraska State Park, a recreational resort that has retained its historic character. The century-old Victorian brick buildings on Officer Circle make for ideal large group housing. These converted buildings sleep up to 20 people with full kitchens, bath, and living rooms. But it's what it doesn't have that charms Elizabeth Poole.
We also like the fact that there are not TVs or internet, and there aren't towns close by that the kids are wanting to run off to, so it's actually really good family time.
The big reunion, including 4 generations, has taken over 5 of the large brick houses.
The children are able to run around, they can feel free, they can play in the pools and the sprinklers, and you don't worry about it.
Pretty safe.
Pretty safe.
Fort Robinson has lots of activities to keep even this herd busy.
The kids have a family Olympics, as well as doing a scavenger hunt, and then the activities that we participate in that are here on the base, we like to do the Jeep ride, they have kayaking and tubing. They love to fish. They do the stagecoach ride is a favorite of the little kids. Sometimes the whole family goes to the playhouse to watch a play.
And tonight it's the wagon ride to the Fort Robinson Outback for a country cookout of buffalo barbecue stew and cornbread. And the buffalo meat is raised right here on the fort. Besides the 60-some bison herd, the park's large wildlife paddock also includes wild burros, antelope, and deer. It's a short drive, perfect place to end each day.
How's everybody's saddles feel?
Pretty good. In the morning, time to saddle up. Rather than troopers, today it's tourists who ride the range around Fort Robinson. Wranglers lead guided tours up from 1 to 3 hours through this Dances with Wolves-like landscape.
It was bumpy. It kind of hurt your bottom. It just went along like that. It was fun. It was pretty good.
Or you can hop aboard the classic stagecoach for a tour of the fort's extensive grounds. The 22,000-acre state park also offers several fishing holes where the catching is all but guaranteed. And when the afternoon heats up, there's an indoor swimming pool. The park boasts 2 full-service campgrounds, but Marianne and I chose to live like the old cavalry and bunked in the original 1909 enlisted men's barracks. The rooms are still Army Spartan, but have been modernized with full baths. And no, those aren't Army cots. The original mess hall, memories, is now a full menu restaurant. Fort Robinson is a 21st century resort with a 19th century pace and vibe, a unique 2 or 3 day getaway in the scenic Pine Ridge country of western Nebraska.
I come from a city, and so it gives me and my wife, our family, an opportunity to get back to kind of an old town, hometown a feeling.
Reece at your leisure at Fort Robinson, Nebraska.
It's hunting season. Families come together, friends reconnect, parents include and teach their children. Make this year's hunt great with a new utility side-by-side or ATV. Stedman's Recreation has Utah's largest selection of Honda, Polaris, and Yamaha side-by-sides and ATVs. See them all at Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. Does your machine need to be tuned up? Need accessories? Stedman's Parts and Service Department can help.
Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. You may think it's 300 miles out here, but remember, it's only 30 miles back.
Too often we find ourselves in shoes like these, or these. Wouldn't it be nice to change into something more like this, or this? How about these? Put on whatever shoes you prefer and come to Beaver County. We have exactly the adventure you need to put under them. So the next time you want to change out of these, come to Beaver County where you can jump into a pair of these. Beaver County, Utah. Lace up for adventure.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. You're just in time to enjoy a brat.
Where's the bun?
I'm sure we'll find it.
That looks beautiful.
Actually, they are. And you know, after a day of being out in the sand, nothing cleans the sand out of your teeth better than a good bratwurst.
I agree with you.
Well, we have a whole bunch of stuff to do today, but I want to stop for just a second, let you notice something. Do you notice with their tents here? We don't usually travel in tents, and Ria's for years been saying, oh, I can camp in a tent. I love to camp in a tent. And then we go to talk about it and say, well, is there a shower within 50 feet? So.
And a bathroom.
Yeah, and so I bet her, I said, I'll bet you $50 you can't spend one night up here at this ATV event at the sand dunes in a tent.
And I think you're gonna lose $50.
We'll see. We'll see. Okay, well, we've got a lot going on for our show right now. First off, I think we need to find out who our contest winner is for this week.
Indeed.
That's right, guys. I'm here in Richfield for the Rocky Mountain ATV Jamboree, and I just caught an AYL sticker right here. Take a look at that. There you go. Let's see what the license plate number is. It is A66 OR, and it's a firefighter license plate. So there you go. Call us this week at 801-947-8888 because you are the winner of a Camp Chef stove. Check that out. Give us a call and get your AYL stickers, everybody else, because we're always out and we're always catching winners.
And look at that beautiful brat. Wow. Ooh, I'm serious. I'm serious. It looks delicious. But let's take a look at next week's show.
What makes a trail hero? Well, next week, Chad and Ria will find out as they take us to one event that mixes extreme rock action with charitable giving. From there, join me, Stephen Human, as I hit the trails of Sand Hollow and discover why this diverse area has become the go-to spot for everyone from dune riders to scuba divers. It's the best adventure in the West, and it's coming your way in 1 week.
Next week's show looks great, Chad, but I doubt we're going to get a visual like this one.
No, it feels like Christmas on the hillside.
Yeah.
All right, we're at Thunder Mountain. This is where everybody gathers every night during this event to time themselves up racing the hill. So we got a lot of thank yous. First off, 80 SSS, great sponsors out there in New Haven.
Yeah.
They've just really rolled out the red carpet for us, and we didn't even have to bring a machine out.
I
They
know.
chauffeured us around, gotten us to the top and bottom of the hill. Adam, Stephanie, they're all great up there.
Really, their machines are incredible. They are beautiful. I mean, like, you just can't believe it when you're riding in it. That machine we were in,
Yeah.
the suspension
Oh,
on that
I know, and legroom.
Yeah.
Second, thank you, the Idaho Dunes RV Resort. They've really rolled out the red carpet too.
Yeah.
If you're going to come to this event next year, you need to book now because they sell out early. And think about it, a sand event here in Idaho in the cool breeze with 20,000 people. How do you top that?
No, it's fun. Everybody's out here with their families. It's a blast. It's something you've never experienced, really.
You should do it.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to remind you one thing. Even in the pitch of night, there's adventure around every bend.
You got to get out there and create your own adventure.
At your leisure. Let's see if Adam will take us up the hill
All right.
again. Okay, ready?